How do you walk elegantly? Forget about balancing your hips from side to side, and forget about walking on a straight line, one foot in front of the other, and forget about specific strategies for walking with high heels. Let's not make it more complicated than it is. In this video, I will demystify what you may think about posture and walking in an elegant way, and I will show you how simple it is without trying so hard to stick to what specialists may advise you to do. I will even show you how walking with elegance will largely impact your confidence. I am Aude de Vater, I'm French, and I help you act, speak, and dress with heart-centered, embodied elegance to feel confident in all life situations. As a therapist and life coach for over 15 years, and also sharing from my French traditional family background, I help you step into your true personal elegance. Not mine, not what you see on social media, yours. Your own unique elegance that is aligned with who you are deeply inside of you. The elegance that reflects your whole being and which is the only one that authentically feels good because it's you. For our topic about walking elegantly, this is very important to acknowledge. When you embody your own personal elegance, you glow. You feel good, you feel energized and alive, you feel at the right place doing the right things. And elegance is not a neutral, boring style, something outdated or a style that you have to fit in. If you want to know how to walk elegantly without putting so much effort or trying too hard and overdoing it, you must feel uplifted and supported by your posture, and you will see it in front of the mirror and people around you will notice it. By the end of this video, you will be able to apply this immediately and see for yourself the change. I would be happy to know your feedback in the comments, by the way. But before we dive into our topic right now, I invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel by pressing the subscribe button, and also please share this video if you feel it can inspire someone you know. And if you want more tips and resources to uplift your lifestyle, you can also join my free elegance list. The link is in the description of this video. So, knowing how to walk elegantly is an important part of elegance because, first of all, it says a lot about how you show up in the world, how you show up to the world, to others. Many things are reflected when you walk: your posture, your dynamic, your energy, your inner attitude, how open you are to interactions with others. And can you see how far we can go on this topic? The way you walk gives a hint on the way you drive your life. If you walk hesitantly, head facing down, very abruptly, or dragging your feet, etc., your body language gives an indication of how you walk your life. I know life can be challenging sometimes, but embodying the right posture will certainly support you going through those moments. Your body posture and walk will give you more energy, insights, confidence, and faith to face all of that. So what we want is our walk to be so natural and yet elegant. We want to be elegant, but without having to seem to play a role, to be over-sophisticated, or to display an attitude that may not be adjusted and that may upset others. So, are you ready for this? Here is a list of things that we do not want and that we would want to avoid. So we don't want our walk to be too sophisticated. Sophistication in French elegance is not quite appropriate because it may send a signal to others of superiority, for example, or it can send a signal to others that you don't know how to adapt to circumstances in a simple way. Too much sophistication is too complicated. If you want to be truly elegant, simplicity is a fundamental principle. But it doesn't mean that you cannot wear all the jewels, the shiny and great outfits that you love. Simplicity is an inner attitude of open heart and open mind. So simplicity isn't about letting go of the beauty and your favorite outfits and the shiny stuff. It's about an open heart attitude. And so in the same range of sophistication, we can often see also unwanted mimics that are in the way of elegance. Mimics that you have on your face, your body, movements, which show a complicated attitude. Please cut that off if possible because this doesn't serve you for elegance. Another point here is to avoid roughness. When you walk, you want to avoid rolling your shoulders and having your arms apart as if you were about to lift the most voluminous and heavy tree in front of you. Be aware of your arm and shoulder position. Relax and settle them down. You're just walking. So you also don't want to bang your feet heavily on the ground like a bear and have them too much apart. There is another thing that we would want to avoid while walking is all the clumsy feet. Observe in what direction your feet are pointed to. Avoid toes pointed outwards or pointed inwards. Think parallel. Your feet should simply be parallel, not too close to one another, or else you'll trip, not too far from one another, which isn't really elegant. Also, even if you're wearing slippers early in the morning at home, avoid dragging your feet. Take the habit of walking correctly anytime in any situation. Remember, you are honoring the sacred life within you at all times, not only when you are with others, but also when you are just with yourself. There is also some clumsiness in the posture that you would want to avoid. Sometimes when you observe young people in the street, it looks like the more clumsy they are, the cooler. The more clumsy they are, the better, the more trendy. Just look at a group of a certain type of teenagers. They drag their feet. They have their head bending on the side, bending on one knee. They seem not to know what to do with their arms. Their hair is hiding their face, or their face is halfway hidden by their hoodie or hat. You can tell that the posture is not very well balanced. So I invite you to pay attention to the way you place your body. Are your both feet steady on the ground, for example, or are you always trying to find some balance on one foot and hip, which creates unbalance in your posture? Where are your hands? Are your arms crossed and closed? Hands in your pockets? Or tightly clinging to your handbag? Or are they available, showing that you are open for connection? These things you must be aware of to then be able to correct them the way you want them to be. Another thing we want to avoid is too high heels and thick soles. We've got to be very practical here. I know high heels can be very beautiful and elegant, but if you want to wear heels that are not adapted to you, then your walk and overall look will not serve you at all. And we must admit that some high heels are just a pain for our feet and back. Now listen to this. This will help with putting on high heels. Your natural elegance stems from the heart outwards. In alignment, we can hear the word line. We can visualize a straight line from head to toe. If you create an imbalance with heels too high, that alignment is cut. People will feel and see that you are not grounded. They will see you bend your knees awkwardly to walk, and you will probably feel tensions in your back, or your feet sore, or feel a bit as if you're dressing up for Halloween. I will tell you what to do in a couple of minutes. And also, too heavy and thick soles are, from my perspective, not so elegant. Now remember, elegance is beauty and movement, and there is harmony from head to toe. And when you are then too much grounded on the earth with those thick soles, the overall look is attracted by this heavy grounding, which cuts the line of alignment, and it cuts the dynamic of the harmony that should flow freely from bottom to top and top to bottom. Another thing you want to avoid is exaggerated sensuality. Sensuality is a beautiful thing, but this is for your lover in the private space, not in the public space. And having your hands on your hips for a photo or when walking isn't a very elegant posture. You will see that all the royal families never put their hands on their hips for photo shoots or when they're walking. Hands on hips can be interpreted in different ways, like someone who is angry or upset. It has some kind of power to show and display. It can also be a posture of sex appeal. The hips of a woman are a part of the body which is symbolically very sexy, and putting your hands on your hips is a way to underline your romantic features. In public, this is not the place for sexual appeal, but just being the great woman you are, you leave your romantic tricks for the private sphere with your lover. But often women think that they have to overact so that they will attract men's eye. They use too many artifacts thinking that they will therefore feel valued and see but others, but this is not true. Women do not have to display their femininity more than needed to be attractive. On the contrary, the more you try to be attractive, the less it seems natural, and you will probably not attract the people you're really looking for. Know that a woman is naturally attractive by essence, and by knowing your personal power of attraction and stepping in that positive feminine energy, a woman attracts without having to do more than what is aligned to her. You don't want people to undress you, but you want them to address you. So when you walk with the intention and inner knowledge of your own worth. Trust your feminine essence and drop into your body an open heart, and you will see that is when magic happens. So with all that being said, what are we aiming for? A natural, effortless feminine walk. And last thing, walking has nothing to do with body form. Anyone can walk elegantly because it is part of your essence, part of your natural state. So the mechanics of this is walking feet parallel, shoulders and chest open, head looking afar like an opera singer, eyes on the horizon or the window shops, chin very slightly tucked, belly in, arms along your body or holding your purse or in your coat pockets in the winter. If you feel you need to consolidate your core muscles to hold that elegant posture in the long run and feel stronger in your alignment, this is a good idea. Exercises that will strengthen your back muscles and abdominal muscles will help you a lot to maintain a comfortable posture and elegant walk. Working on the muscles of your legs will help you find a steady balance, and it will give you more confidence as you ground yourself strongly. And bringing more flexibility to your shoulders and neck will help you find your sweet spot of comfort in the way you hold your head. And also doing some exercises for the muscles of your arms will bring your consciousness and energy up to your hands. So included some kind of muscle strengthening every week or every day at your own soft pace will help a lot. If you want to wear high heels, choose the height that suits you. You must feel comfortable in them. Here is a great tip for shoes in general and for our example of heels today. They must feel like they are part of you. They mustn't feel like an outsider in your outfit. You must feel them like you are wearing one of your everyday favorite outfit that you know reflects who you are. When you walk with your heels, your heel hits the ground first and then the toe. If you have the right height, you shouldn't have to bend your knee or walk weirdly. And last thing, remember that the dynamic of an elegant walk always comes from within. As I said, elegance is part of who you are, and who you are at the core stems from the heart and goes outwards. And when you walk, you want that dynamic of elegance to flow up and down in harmony and alignment from the ground to the top. The more you are aware of the sacredness of who you are, the more you can acknowledge the gift of life given to you, the more you will be able to embody the elegance which is yours to be experienced every day. When you honor yourself, you honor others. So I hope this helps. Thank you for supporting my work by sharing this video. Remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel if you want more tips and resources to uplift your lifestyle, and join my free elegance list for more. The link is below this video. So let's make this world a more beautiful and elevated place. Thank you for watching.